She also created her own makeup sponge, which has been dubbed the best makeup tool in the business. But she's had to furlough 67 of her 115 employees. Joining us is Rea Ann Silva, founder of Beautyblender. Rea Ann, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So we understand you sell to stores like Sephora and Ulta, which are primarily closed across the country. Are you able to make up any of that lost business online?
Yes, thank God we are, and we're lucky that between my operations business, which is based in Pennsylvania, we're able to really service our direct-to-consumer business, and I'm just very grateful for that because, like you said in the entree coming into this segment, brick and mortar is basically closed down. So if your business is based in brick and mortar, it's a really tough time for you. Fortunately, we always did have other retailers, but it's tough all the way around. And for our direct-to-consumer business right now, we're finding that because luckily we did have maybe a small percentage of our business, maybe it was probably 25 to 30% of our business was direct-to-consumer. Now we're seeing that side of our business is really picking up.
In the meantime, are you taking advantage of the government relief program we were just talking about?
We applied for the PPP program, and I have to say I feel very fortunate that we were approved, but we have yet to see any money. So I'm expecting that it should come soon.
Dave, this is what we hear from so many small businesses. I mean, luckily, Rea Ann was able to get her application in, but the whole process has been a little messy.
Well, that's right. And if you're a landscaper or you own a lumber yard, you can't have an online business. I mean, I'm really glad that you have that online business and you have something to fall back on. But my guess is that it's not enough because you have a cost structure that was set up for a different kind of business. And, small businesses across the country, we can't just turn on a dime and all of a sudden have a completely different cost structure. And, I feel for everything that you're going through and the changes that you're having to try to make to try to keep a business going. And the fact that you have been approved for the PPP program and you don't have the money yet, you need it now is my guess.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's super challenging right now. We spend most of our time, figuring out cost reduction at this point.
Yeah. And Rea Ann, could you see this as like a big opportunity? I know today it sounds like it's 25% e-commerce, but even retailers like Sephora, I mean, they need to survive by also bringing up their e-commerce presence. So you could be, their end of cart aisle or whatever it happens to be. Like, could this be a real opportunity to build those relationships with your end customers? Because you've built a killer brand.
Thank you. Yeah, I tend to be a great lemonade maker, people tell me, and I feel like, this is the biggest challenge of my career. But I am looking at the bright side of things. Listen, digital has been on my mind for several years. Recently, in the last year and a half, I launched a new website with a different, better infrastructure so that I could grow it. Fortunately and unfortunately, I suppose, we were so busy in our traditional sales channels, brick and mortar globally, that, we did grow our digital business, but not to the degree that I initially had envisioned. So what's happening now is that because brick and mortar is, like we said, closed, my digital business is growing, and it's going to be much better for us in the future because we are able to speak directly to our customers. And I think that's such a benefit for us moving forward because, we're entering into the unknown new normal, and we need to be closer to our consumers more than ever now.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, what advice would you give to Rea Ann and others that have depended on these brick and mortar stores for so much of their business and now need to really ramp up the online business and the online presence, or those that don't even have one and need to do so?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I think the real message here, and what a lot of small business owners are doing, and I get that this is very tough, is you can never be reliant on one channel for everything. You can never have your inventory just come from one factory. You can never just have one channel to sell to. And, I think it was pretty incredible that you had built up even 30% of your business. I mean, in 2 years from now, this could be a huge part of your business where it's higher margin, you own the relationship with the end customer, and you really get to control your brand. I mean, at Clearbank, we've invested in 2,200 different companies with some form of online presence. And so this can be a great opportunity for you to kind of build that resiliency into your business, even though it is a very tough time.